welcome Mr. Anand Mehta, Senior FinOps Specialist at NASDAQ. He will be speaking on Intelligence Dashboard, giving us a peek into how data, dashboards, and decisions converge in the FinOps world. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Tim. Am I audible? Thank you. So I have 2 minutes extra, so I need one favor from all of you, please. Individuals sitting in the back, last 3-4 benches, can you please come forward? I can see a lot of empty chairs in the front. Similarly, I would like to request at the top, are you comfortable at the place where you're sitting? Or if you want to come down, please make yourself comfortable. Am I audible to all of you? Thank you for the acknowledgement. Bhaiyo, please, aage aa jaiye. Last, I would like to see everybody in front rather than at the back, please. आ जाओ, सामने के पूरे chairs खाली है, please. मेरे पास में बहुत time है. I'm not in a rush. टाइम आप लगाओगे, मेरे को डिले मेरा सेशन और शॉर्ट come forward. Volunteers, can you please help me out in getting all this crowd in the front? Okay. Hosting company as well, and most of its products are widely getting used in most of the financial, banking, and the insurance sectors. Do you all agree with this? Okay, that's great. So as I was mentioning, right, so I'm in the industry for almost 2 decades, and I'm there, and I started my journey right from the traditional on-premise environment, and slowly and gradually, I started my career as a junior Java developer, and then slowly and gradually I was being promoted till system analyst, project developer, manager, then project leader, and then I got myself into cloud journey starting 2014 until date. I am fortunate enough to keep myself in working on diverse project in multi-cloud hybrid environment. How many of you understand the term multi-cloud hybrid environments? It's all about working in multiple cloud service related projects, which includes AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, and Oracle. So that's why sometimes I feel privileged, I feel proud to call myself as multi-hybrid cloud certified enterprise architect. Okay, so keeping that long story short about myself from the introduction perspective, this is my LinkedIn QR code. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn as and when you have any points to discuss related or FinOps area. I would be more than happy to help you, all of you. So I'll just take a pause over here for you to take a quick snap, and let's be connected. And yes, if I'm not wrong, today is a Friendship Day, right? So happy Friendship Day to all of you guys. ठीक है, कुछ जोश नहीं दिख रहा भाइयों बहनों, क्या हो गया? ठीक है. And one more beauty of this 20 minutes of discussion is a little bit away from the powerful technical session that we just saw post lunch as well. and thankful to all three of the esteemed speakers who enlightened us about the different key services used in using Google service models and the related technologies, right? So what next, right? So now we all understand what is cloud, where it is used, why it is used, what all services that we need to use using a Google Cloud Console, and for what all related domains it is used, right? So we all are comfortable over here, guys, at the top. You all agree, right? And you are comfortable in those areas, right? Now what next, right? So we are, okay, let me take one step back again over here. From the different perspective as well, right? Before lunch also, I had a very good, I was listening to one of our esteemed speakers, Saurabh sir, who spoke a lot around the different tech stacks, different services that we have in our Google Cloud, right? Which includes DevOps related services as well. So, and one of the simplest definition that I can think about DevOps is what? Is a culture, is a technology, or is it a language? What is it? What is a DevOps? DevOps is a culture, right? Which helps the development team and the operations team to work together rather than working in silos. So there were limitations, there were challenges in the development team and the operations team when they were working in silos, right? So to overcome those challenges of working in silos, this DevOps culture came into existence and is being popularly used across different domains in all the enterprise projects, as well as most of the startup companies are also widely adopting DevOps as one of their core backbone, right, for all of their application and the project development, right? Do you all agree with this? Then what is CloudOps? CloudOps, DevOps, and so forth, right? So it's all about how we are developing the enterprise projects and making it user-friendly to be used from an end-user perspective, right? So, and now what we are saying over here in our today's topic of discussion is the FinOps. So what is FinOps? Any idea? As the name says, right? DevOps, development, operations, right? Developers and the operations teams comes together. What is CloudOps? Cloud team and the operations team come together and work, right? Rather than working, and they overcome all the shortcomings which the team were getting encountered, right? Now, the latest term that we now have, where we need to master projects are the FinOps, right? It is manage the cost once you go onto the cloud. Do you all agree? It is very much important for all of us as an individual who are working on cloud, the cloud service providers. Once you have your application developed and deployed onto the respective cloud service providers like Google, it's very important to manage the cloud as well, and manage the cost as well. And it's not about managing the cost. It is one of the responsibilities to control the cost and optimize the cost as well, right? And that is all about FinOps, right? Another definition from the FinOps perspective is is it is it a technology or is it a language? No. Similar to DevOps, FinOps is a culture where the different teams working in an enterprise segment work together. It includes, can you name the teams who work together in a FinOps related area? What we are calling it as a financial operation management. It is a finance team, engineering team, business team. You name the team, it is there. Primarily what we say is the finance team, the engineering team, and the business team. All these three teams work together and make sure that whatever resources are being used or are being deployed on the Google Cloud, they are being utilized in an optimal way. Are you there with me so far, team? At the back, top? Can you please raise your hand if you're listening to me? Thank you. Are you there with me and understanding what I'm trying to say? Thank you. So, as I said, right, in FinOps, the multiple teams, which includes the finance team, engineering team, and the business team, they all come together and make sure that the cost of the different resources that are being spinned up for your respective applications are being utilized in an optimal way. Another definition of the same thing can be expressed as like, think from the executive's perspective. Okay, now let us think from an executive or the business perspective or the leadership level, right? What would be their preferred definition of FinOps, right? The simplest definition is to make the value of every dollar that you spend on cloud or the related technologies. Do you all agree? So that is all about FinOps. That is all about cloud financial management. So all these terms that you're hearing now, right? Uh, I'm very sure you're not hearing it for the first time. Uh, so cloud financial management, FinOps, cost control, cost management, cost optimization, bringing value of every dollar that you spend onto the cloud or the related technology, they all revolve around the same thing, right? Which we now know as the FinOps area. So these are the three key URLs which I would sincerely request you, urge each one of you to go back and explore these three different URLs, right? Uh, FinOps.org, data.finops.org, focus.finops.org. So these are the three key URLs if you want to explore in more detail as to what FinOps is all about, where it is used, why it is used, what is the future of it. If I am into the early stages of my career, what is it lying for a candidate like me, like if I want to get into FinOps, how it will help me, where it will help me, will I be able to develop and grow my career in this area? All these details you will be able to get in this particular three URLs to get started, I'm saying, right? And in addition to this, if you get connected with me onto my LinkedIn, you will see in the last 9 to 10 months, I have help you to start right from the beginners level to intermediate level, as well as to the advanced level, right? So this is just as an FY. So feel free to get connected and keep exploring the FinOps area as well, because this is something which every CIO, CTO, CXOs, you name the person at the leadership layer, he or she is definitely interested in this. Because money matters, right? At the end of the day, money matters, right? Are you there with me so far? You might be surprised to see why I'm there only on one slide, right? Because I wanted to express more rather than sliding through the slides or going through the slides. Hope that is okay to all of you. Any questions so far? I'll just take a pause of 30 seconds. Any questions over here so far? I'll ask one simple question and I'm expecting one answer. What is cloud? Just 4-word answer. Can somebody help me in answering this? What is cloud? Okay, I'll help you. According to me, very basic definition of cloud is computing on internet. You all agree? What is FinOps? FinOps is a culture which helps the different teams like finance, engineering team, and which one? They work together and make sure that they are able to bring value of every dollar that is spent on the cloud or the related technology. Okay? Now, let me take some use cases rather than going through these slides. Let me give one very simple use case examples, okay? How many of you are students over here? I'm assuming 80%. Thank you. So, after listening to all the power pack sessions that we are listening from the morning today, right? I'm very sure, very confident most of you will continue exploring on top of it, and they will, if you're not in the application development, you will definitely go back and start developing your applications onto the Google Cloud, right? I'm assuming so, and please continue doing so. So imagine a scenario, you start developing your application on Monday, okay? And you do a lot of research, you spin up a lot of services to get that application up and running, right? It might take a day or two, or it might take a week or a couple of months and so forth, right? So while you're into this journey of your application development and deployment, right? Which you are doing it, say during the India business hour, like 10 to 9 to 6, or maybe during late nights or early mornings based on your comfort level. But definitely I'm assuming that you're not working 24/7, right? So out of 24/7, you're working 12 hours so that you can spend some luxury time during weekends, right? Along with your friends and family circle, right? But one point to be noted over here from the cost perspective is like, if you are not bringing your resources down during the weekends or during the non-business hours, the cost of those services keeps on running, right? It is as good as like a very simple another example, right? You are using electricity at home, and if you are going out of stations for a couple of months, what happens in that case? Right? The meter keeps on running, and then you will get charged at the end of the month, which will be very huge and which you will not expect to get it, right? Even if you're not using the resource and if you're getting charged, nobody, no customer will be happy, no users will be happy, right? The same concept, the same principle applies when we are working on the cloud related services. Do you all agree? So this is a very simple example, right? How you can optimize the cost, how you can control the cost, how you can manage the cost of the different services, cloud resources that you are spinning it up for your respective applications, for the respective projects, right? One thing is by making sure that you're bringing it down during the non-business hours or during the weekends, right? And how is it possible to bring it down? Either you automate, you bring some automation in place, or you create a scheduled job or something like that and make sure that or you do it manually. It is all up to you based on your, or you used even an AI application as well to bring it down and bring it up on the Monday morning so that you are not getting charged during those non-business hours or during the weekends. This is one example how you can bring the value of every money that you're spending using the cloud resources. Another example that I can give over here is like from the storage perspective, right? It's a very common example, right? We all know the data is exponentially growing these days, right? Across all the domains, across all the industries, the data is growing exponentially. And it is equally important in different areas, different segments, especially in finance, banking, insurance, and the regulation industry to make sure the data is available to the end users, to their customers as and when needed, even if it is 5 years old or the 10 years old data, as and when it is required, the user should be able to get that data. And for making that data available at the end of 5 years or the 10 years for some regulatory compliance requirement, it needs to be stored somewhere, right? And to store that data, it requires huge amount of storage devices, and the cost is associated with that. So what we can do, we can use the intelligent storage tiers or the storage classes available under Google services, which will make sure that if you are not using certain data for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, if you are very sure that you are not using for the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year down the line, what you can do is instead of using the standard tier, you can move it to the other intelligent tiers of the respective storage services so that you get the cost benefit out of it. How many of you are aware about this? I'm sure most of you are aware about this, right? So please make sure that you are using the right service tiers, storage classes to leverage the related cost benefits, right? So these are just couple of examples, right? So I'll take one more example from the resource perspective, okay? So how many of you, if I'm not wrong, we have almost 300, 250 plus individuals sitting over here. Say we'll have 5 teams over here, right? I'm just assuming, working on 5 different projects, 5 different applications. Or maybe they are all 250 individuals are working on one enterprise application, project development, and they are working on 5 different modules of the same respective individual applications, right? And we have a deadline to make that enterprise application developed and go live up to the production within next 6 months down the line because there is a business requirement, right? So what happens after 2 weeks? One of the common observation is, especially from the testing, the quality point of view, right? Quality team perspective. Out of five, three teams say that after 2 weeks, all these different teams come to the quality team, the testing team. Hey guys, can you do the testing of my code? It is all ready for you to be tested and let us know if it all looks green, we can go ahead and start developing and implementing the next part of that respective application, right? Now, the related testing team and the quality team also has a fixed amount of resources with them to support this testing part and the quality part of it, right? So, and this is a major challenge, right? They have a resource constraint, the request is coming from all three, they can support only one, and then what happens then in a rush, they start trying to support all three teams, and lot of manual errors comes into the picture, right? Now, how do we overcome this challenge? Any input? How do we overcome this challenge from the testing and the quality team perspective? One way is automation. Bring an automation in picture over here. Bring AI into picture. Bring generative AI. We are learning a lot day in and day out from last couple of years, all about AI, generative AI and all those things. Bring the powerful capabilities, all the positive learnings that we are getting from the different AI application development, right? And then help the testing and the quality team to make sure that they are able to fulfill the requirements of all these three different teams, helping to get one enterprise application developed within the stipulated time frame that they do have without a single manual error. Because everything is automated, right? The chances of manual error is very less or negligible, right? So this is another way of looking into optimal uses of your resources. So it is not only about cost, right? So resources are also adding an impact on the overall cost of that particular project, right? So you can call it as a resource optimization, cost optimization, and all those things. Do you all agree with it so far? Okay. I think I've given quite a bit amount of background on this. So this slide speaks about, these are some of the popular sketches taken from Pratik, who is one of the well-known product specialists working with Google from the FinOps area. Okay, so you will find these well-known sketches from him, Pratik Sharma. If you go search for him on LinkedIn, you will get a lot of good articles. And this sketch is one among that. So this particular sketch tells you all about what is FinOps, why FinOps, what are the different teams involved in FinOps and so forth, right? Now at the center you can see inform, optimize and operate, right? So inform, optimize and operate. These are the three different phases that we will definitely come across when you are looking from the cost management, control and optimization perspective, right? Do you all agree with this? What does it mean? Let me get on to the next slide. Okay, before I move on to the next slide, you can see over here the team personas, right? What are the different roles that are a part of the FinOps team, right? FinOps manager, analyst, optimization leads, data analytics engineer, platform engineer. So they all play a very important role in making sure that we are bringing the best of every resources that we are using or leveraging it either from the technology perspective or from the cloud perspective. Okay, so this tells me a better view of what are these different three phases, right? Inform, what is inform? It makes the information visible. What is optimize? It drives the cloud efficiently. What is operate? It embeds FinOps and drives the self sufficiently, right? Team, are you there, everybody at the top? Please raise your hands. I can see many people are on their mobiles, for sure. Is it clear so far, team? Meet the cloud FinOps team, right? I mentioned it, there are different people, there are different personas who are a part of the FinOps team, right? Do you all agree with this? Engineering team, finance team, platform team, DevOps team, automation team, testing team, quality team. You name the team who are a part of your SDLC. You will see everybody a part of this particular sketch, forming a part of the FinOps team as well. Is it not moving? Okay. Now, you would be, I'm sure a couple of you would be thinking the starting topic of this particular discussion was all about cloud intelligence dashboard. Why Anand Mehta is not speaking about cloud intelligence dashboard, right? Okay, I was trying to give a bit of background before I actually get into cloud intelligence dashboard. So the simplest definition that I can think of from the intelligence dashboard perspective is, instead of you browsing different consoles, different screens of the different tools, right? You should be equipped with one single dashboard, which will give you the complete picture of how the overall cost of your complete enterprise application is looking like, right? So that is nothing but the intelligence dashboard. And here we are saying it as a cloud intelligence dashboard because just to keep you updated, I'm not sure how many of you have already used it. There is one popularly used service in the enterprise segment, at least from the Google service provider, is FinOps Hub. How many of you heard about this service? We have learned a lot of services from the morning till now, right? So one service which I would like to highlight over here as a part of this cloud intelligence dashboard is FinOps Hub. Okay, this particular slide that you're looking now is one of the dashboard screen that you will be able to see when you browse, when you leverage this particular service, which we call it as a FinOps Hub. Okay, so as you can see over here, when you start leveraging this service, FinOps Hub available under your Google Cloud Console, you are able to get a complete summary of the total cost looking like for your enterprise application. And it has lot many filters attached to it, tagged to it, right? If you want to see the cost on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a quarterly basis, or on a yearly basis, you will be able to get a clear consolidated view of the overall cost with the help of this particular service called as FinOps Hub. And this is not only about cost, right? It will also give you a view of what I would say, the potential savings, right? You can see, is it visible? This screen is visible at the top. Can somebody let me know, acknowledge? Are you able to see these slides? Okay, with the help of FinOps Hub, you are also able to get the view of what is a potential saving that you can get out of the resources which are already using it, right? So, and on this right-hand side, right, you can see over here the score matrix as well. So what is FinOps score? So FinOps score gives you an overview of how the overall cost control management exercise is already running in your existing environment for your related application, right? So the higher the score, it means you're utilizing your resources in a more effective way, in a more efficient way. So all these views, you're getting it from the FinOps Hub, which is one of the core service available under the billing category of Google Cloud. How many of you are using this service? And this service is directly, indirectly helping you out in creating the intelligence dashboard for your respective applications. Okay? And it not only gives you the potential savings, it also, suppose if you are using X number of resources, right? Say for there are different categories on the cloud, right? You know, right? Compute, storage, network, and so forth, right? So suppose if you are using a specific category, specific configuration in the compute category, and then after certain usage, like after a week or after a month, you come to know that if we are using if there will be a column over here which will show you the recommendations as well, which will tell you that for this particular application execution or the operation into your production environment, if you go for a lower size of the compute resources, you will be able to save so and so cost, right? So that is nothing but a part of the recommendations, right? So all these features, functionalities are available under your FinOps hub. So are we good so far over here? Any questions, quick, which I can address? Okay, I think I'm done with my allocated time slot. So thank you for your support and keeping your patience in listening to me. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mehta. That was and for that, I would like to call upon Anshika.
Thank you.
And now, let's bring some creativity, clarity, and customer-first thinking into the room. Please welcome Ms. Purvi Arora, Delivering Manager at Technodux, a leader who believes that innovation isn't just about building fast, but building right. She'll be speaking on design thinking, the art of solving real problems with empathy and insights. So let's dive into the human-centric innovation. Over to you, Purvi.
Am I audible? Thank you, team. I think it's working. All right. Hello, everyone. So I'll be talking about design thinking and transforming businesses. And what we will be covering today is what is design thinking, the principles of design thinking, but it's a way of thinking to solve problems. And how you can solve problems? By understanding customers' needs and providing them with creative ideas which can best suit as a solution. So it's basically a human-centric approach wherein you're focusing on the customer's needs. So that's how you're going to provide ideas or creative solutions to the users. And how it can be done? It can be done by the principle of design thinking. The principle of design thinking has 5 steps. The first step talks about empathize. In this particular step, we usually empathize with the customer's situation. We try to understand what their needs are, what their challenges are, what their pain areas are. And how it can be done? It can be done by conducting interviews and surveys. And post that, we move to step number 2, that is define. This is basically, the defining stage is basically wherein we are defining the problem statements or else we are breaking down the challenges into smaller chunks so that we can provide solutions towards it. And the outcome of our step number 1, which is the interview and the surveys, help us out define the problem statement. Are you guys with me? All right. Moving to step number 3, which is ideate. In this particular step, the team brainstorms the ideas for the problem statement, which is defined in your step number 2. The objective here is not to have a perfect idea, but to have multiple ideas so that it can be taken to the users for testing phase. And now, the next step comes as prototype. In this particular step, basis the combination of your problem statement, what you have defined, and the ideas what you have brainstormed, you're going to evaluate whether that particular idea is actually solving the business problem or the user problem or not. So you'll be evaluating the idea and you will be building a prototype or a proof of concept around it. Correct? Now the last step is test. So whatever prototype or POC you have built, you will be taking it to the core users for testing phase. The idea here is not to have our solution pushed to the users to accept it as a problem statement solution. But the focus here is to get the feedbacks from the user so that you can improvise on the solution part. So that's the 5-step process which helps in solving the problem. Now let's take a real world example of Netflix. So Netflix was formed in 1997 with the business model of DVD rental. Then Netflix has evolved its business. Like they have understood the user challenges of DVD getting delivered late at their homes, and in turn they were charged late fees on them. So Netflix team thought of a solution and came up with a subscription-based model wherein the users were supposed to give only $15 a month of subscription, and there were access to unlimited DVDs to them, and there were no late fees charged to them. So this gave user the freedom and flexibility to watch movies from their home. So that was a creative idea or a solution which helped Netflix to solve this particular problem. Later, during 2007, Netflix and at that point of time, Netflix thought of why should not we give users or our consumers the access of movies they can watch instantly? And since then, we have seen how Netflix has transformed its business model from DVD rental to a tech-driven online streaming platform. So that's how design thinking is helping across all the... Are you guys with me till here? Should we proceed? All right. So let's talk about business transformation. What exactly business transformation is? Business transformation is rethinking how the business operates in terms of people, technology, and processes. When we talk about digital transformation, with the help of digital transformation, the businesses are growing at an unprecedented rate. We have seen an example of Netflix. There are multiple examples around. For example, in banking domain, SBI, ICICI, we have seen how they have come as an online payment gateways. They started using UPIs. They have AIs as chatbots. Domino's, it has also become a food-driven platform, right? So that's how design thinking is helping businesses getting transformed, and AI is also reshaping businesses to grow at much more faster rates. So machine learning, it helps in sales forecasting. You have NLPs, which helps in developing chatbots and virtual assistants. You have Gen AIs, which helps in product design ideas, code generation. So there are N number of AIs which helps businesses grow across. The objective or the goal is only one: to improve user experiences, drive business with agility and efficiency. Now, how design thinking is helping in business transformations. So design thinking as a principle puts your customer at front, wherein you're trying to understand the need of the customer. And in the area of business strategy, design thinking helps in focusing on long-term vision, innovation, and customer-centric business models. We have already seen an example of Netflix. The other example is of Apple, which has used design thinking principle to create intuitive user experiences and making design as its core business strategy. In the area of business challenges, design thinking helps in identifying the real-time problems like poor usability, slow growth, product failures, or internal inefficiencies. So design thinking helps in business challenges as well. A classic example is of Airbnb. So Airbnb solved low booking rates by empathizing with the users. They tried to understand why the booking rates were less at their websites because of trust issues, and why customers were not trusting Airbnb because of the low quality of pictures uploaded at their websites. So they have hired professional photographers who have uploaded high quality pictures, which in turn helped build the trust of the customer, and also we have seen the growth in the business of Airbnb. So that's how design thinking is helping across all the business sectors. Now I want to talk about AI, how AI is helping across all the business functions. So in customer service, by using chatbots, NLPs, we have seen H&M, Swiggy using AI chat assistants, right? In marketing and sales, we have seen Netflix, Amazon's giving us personalized recommendations, what to buy, what to watch, based on our watch histories. In HR and recruitments, it helps in resume screening, and Unilever is one of the organizations which is using the AI for recruitment purposes. So AI is also helping the business getting transformed. So the growth of business comes with AI, plus how you're solving the business problem by applying the principles of design thinking. Do you have any examples which you want to share? Anyone? All right. So the takeaway from this presentation is design thinking is a bridge between your business goals and the technical tools, wherein the focus is not only transforming technically, but how you are solving the real user problems, or how you are identifying the real problem areas and providing a solution to the users. That's it. Any questions? All right. Thank you. Yes. See, design thinking, it's not a designing tool, what I have talked about. It's basically an approach how to solve a problem. So ये प्रिंसिपल आप अपने रियल लाइफ एग्जाम्पल्स में भी ले सकते हैं. जैसे अभी आपने फिग्मा की बात करी, तो कोई एक पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट हमें मिला, हमें यूजर के पास उस प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट को करना है. तो either we'll build a MVP so that we can give it to the user, or we can even design that particular Figma so that user gets the feel about it. This is how your product or your application is going to look about, so that we can get the early feedbacks. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जब मैं product market में लेकर गई तब तक मेरा product ही phase out हो गया. So that is why we are applying design thinking principles, जहाँ पे हम user को क्या चाहिए वो समझें कि what exactly my user wants, उसको क्या pain areas हो रहे हैं. जैसे हमने Netflix का example देखा, DVDs जो deliver हो रही थी उनके घर पे बहुत late जा रही थी, and उसके चलते उनको penalties pay करनी पड़ी. सब्सक्रिप्शन बेस्ड मॉडल पे आ गए. Airbnb बुकिंग्स क्यों कम हुई? क्योंकि लो क्वालिटी अपलोडेड थी. दिस जस्ट वे ऑफ थिंकिंग हाउ टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम. इट्स नॉट अ डिजाइनिंग टूल बट अ वे ऑफ थिंकिंग टू सॉल्व द रियल टाइम problems.
Okay, so like it's more focusing on user experience or user research actually, what actually users need.
Yes.
So I'm repeating my question actually. What will be the future trend? Actually, the logo, the designing, how the company brand identity अगर मैं बात करूँ तो वो simplicity पे transform हो रही है. Like उनके जो जितने भी logo transform हो रहे हैं वो बहुत simple हो रहे हैं. अगर हम future analytics थोड़ा future की बात करें तो क्या हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि इसमें कुछ चेंजेस आएगा?
Definitely, we can expect that.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
मैम, what types of problem हम करते हैं जब स्टार्टिंग में इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं किसी भी प्रोडक्ट, स्टार्टअप में प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं कोई भी, तो बेसिकली हम किस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम फेस कर सकते हैं जब हम डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग को अप्लाई करते हैं?
जब हम कोई भी प्रोडक्ट को बनाते हैं तो सबसे पहले हम यूज़र्स के साथ इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट करते हैं, सर्वेस कंडक्ट करते हैं, और वहाँ पे हमारा जो इंटरव्यूज़ में जो क्वेश्चन होते हैं, जो सर्वेस होते हैं, जो हमें यूज़र के साथ इंटरैक्ट करते हैं, वो समझना पड़ता है, बिकॉज यूज़र्स के साथ मेन पेन प्रॉब्लम दे आर नॉट इवन कैसे समझा, जैसे वो प्रॉब्लम्स को समझा नहीं पाते हैं, राइट? सो यू नीड टू गेज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली देयर पेन एरियाज आर, यू नीड टू एम्पैथाइज देयर सिचुएशन. ओके, अभी यूजर ऐसा कर रहा है तो प्रोबेबली ये ऐसा हो रहा होगा. सो दैट इज द मेन एरिया. अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट समझ में आ गया तो सोल्यूशन यू कैन ऑलरेडी फाइंड इट आउट. दैट्स नॉट मेन प्रॉब्लम.
And ma'am, what are the basic tools those supports design thinking?
Basic tools.
Like starting tools, like जो हम use कर सकते हैं.
we don't use any tools for design thinking. For prototypes, you do take any technology, you build up a product, you design Figma, you do anything. But it's just basically an approach how to look at the problems and how to get the ideas out of
Okay,
it.
which is used in SDLC.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. All right. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Purvi, for answering with such understanding and patience. And your session was quite relevant and perfect reminder that all great tech starts with understanding people. A huge round of applause, please, again for Purvi. Purvi, can we have you back on the stage? We would now like to felicitate you as a token of our appreciation, and for that, I would like to call upon Vansh on the stage.
Thank you, Purvi. That was refreshing, relevant, and perfect reminder.
Please be patient. We'll be soon starting the panel discussion within 2 minutes. Well, jab tak setup ho raha hai, I hope you guys are clicking the pictures and posting it on your socials. Our social media team here is having a really tough time. Like, I was looking at all the social media team and they're really trying to figure out like one aesthetic picture. So please start posting, start tagging us, and we'll be soon announcing the winners.
Check, 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 check.
Moving on to one of the most anticipated part of our day, a dynamic panel discussion. This is where we'll bring together a group of industry leaders to divine into a crucial topic. The topic of our discussion today is shaping the future of our industry, the agentic age and future workforce. An ecosystem dialogue with IT leaders, founders, and skill development pioneers.
Check.
For this, we have a phenomenal lineup of experts to share their perspectives. Please join us in welcoming our esteemed panelists, Nimish Singh, founder and CEO of Appointee. Can we get a huge round of applause for Nimish, please? Next, we have Gaurav Jain, Director, Delivery at Technodusk. Huge round of applause for Gaurav as well. Next, we have Hemra Singh, IT consultant and trainer at IT Infotech. And last but not the least, Neeraj Shah, Director at Global Skills Park. Guys, please, और थोड़ा तेज. To guide this fascinating conversation, we're honored to have the discussion hosted by the co-organizer of GTG Cloud, a true driving force in the community, Mayur Rathi sir.
Hello. Am I audible? Awesome. Hello, sir. Sir. I think I should give one mic. Perfect. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? How were the students today? So, what we have done is we have brought great speakers for this panel discussion, and we will be in general talking about how you looking at your future. Okay, I will be asking questions to industry experts. One is the founder, other is director of a skill park. So from different perspectives, you would get to know how you should be looking after in your perspective also. So I have questions for each one of you. Firstly, a warm welcome to Google Cloud Community Days 2025. This is the fourth time we are doing, and this is one of the largest gathering we have accommodated in the CCD. So today we will be discussing on a topic that is reshaping the world we are looking out in this incredible space today. The topic is on agentic age. You all must be hearing about AI and ML ops and whatnot. Have you guys heard of generative AI? How many of you have used any public service for generative AI? Maybe Chat GPT or Perplexity. How many of you have subscribed to Gemini? Perplexity? Okay, awesome. So in this agentic, how you would be upskilling yourself and what should be your motivation also. So those are key broad topics we be discussing today. So we are artificial intelligence and automation agents are becoming the integral part of our jobs. So, for example, myself, I am rewriting everything using these Gemini app. So it is like just my pinned app, and whatever conversation I am doing professionally or even some personal conversation, I try to rewrite and improve the basic grammars. So it is also improving myself in a very vocabulary perspective also. Them. So we have with us the founder of a SaaS startup, not startup, I would say enterprise company, Nimesh sir. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? Then we have Gaurav Jain sir, who is again co-founder of Technodux. This is also an IT service company which is working on different domains, whether it is a low-code platform or even an enterprise, multiple aspects also. And we have then founder of, I would say, director of a global skill park. We have Neeraj Sai sir. Huge round of applause for him. And finally, we have a mentor, and I would say the heart of IT, which is, and again, a upskilling organization in Bhopal. So can we have a huge round of applause for Himraj sir? Okay. So my first, and this is an open question for all of you, from your unique vantage point. So what is the single biggest challenge or change you would like to see in and is happening in the job roles right now, and how it will affect the workforce of Bhopal over the next 3 to 5 years duration? So all of you can answer this, like this is open. Maybe Nimesh, you can start first. And you can prepare your thoughts maybe. Okay.
Yeah, so AI. So can we talk in English?
Hindi is fine, English is fine, English is better.
Okay, so see, first we need to understand, what AI is. AI है क्या? So हम एक AI की, we are in a new era that is coming up. First time तो ऐसा हुआ नहीं है, इससे पहले भी बहुत बार ऐसी चीज़ें आई। ये मतलब अगर हम ह्यूमैनिटी देखें तो स्किल्स जो है हर बार चेंज करी है। पहले वी वर हंटर्स, तो पहले हंटिंग स्किल चाहिए था, फिर देन वी बिकेम एग्रीकल्चरिस्ट, तो देन वी शिफ्टेड टू डिफरेंट स्किल सेट्स। इसके बाद देन इंडस्ट्रियल एज आई, देन वी लर्न हाउ टू वर्क विद मशीन्स, एंड एवरी टाइम अगर आप देखेंगे सारी एजेस में वन थिंग वाज कॉमन, जो एग्जिस्टिंग जॉब्स थे, जिस तरीके के स्किल सेट के लोग के जॉब्स रिप्लेस हुए, ठीक है। और आज वही एज है एआई एज, एंड आई थिंक वो जो एआई एज है इट इज गोइंग टू रिप्लेस फॉर श्योर जॉब। एंड व्हेन आई से जॉब्स, वो जॉब्स अगर आप देखेंगे तो रोल्स बनाता कौन है? कंपनीज बनाती हैं अपने काम को पूरा करने के लिए। तो अपना काम को पूरा करने के लिए आप कोई एक पैटर्न है, तो एआई के आने से वो पैटर्न चेंज होगा। सो फॉर एग्जांपल SD2 in a company. So SD2's work is to basically review the code, team's efficiency. तो हो सकता है कि कोड रिव्यू को आप ऑटोमेट कर पाओ, लेकिन टीम की एफिशिएंसी अगर आपको इम्प्रूव करनी है उसके लिए फिर भी वो रोल रहेगा। तो कुछ रोल्स होंगे पूरे रिप्लेस हो जाएंगे और कुछ रोल्स होंगे जो रिप्लेस नहीं होंगे एआई के आने के बाद। तो व्हाट आई फील इज कि एआई जो भी आ रहा है ना, it is actually good for everyone, because when I started this company there were no jobs. जब आप लोग अभी मार्केट में जाओगे so there will be less jobs for sure, and when there will be less jobs आपके पास प्रेशर नहीं होगा किसी का भी कि आप एकदम फ्रीडम जाओगे। कोई प्रेशर नहीं होगा कि किसी ब्रांड में जॉब करना है, कोई प्रेशर नहीं होगा किसी पोजीशन चाहिए, कोई भी प्रेशर नहीं होगा कि ये सैलरी पे आपको जाना है। जब ये प्रेशर नहीं होगा तो आप क्या करोगे? जो आपको अच्छा लगता है, और जब आप ऐसा काम करते हो जो आपको अच्छा लगता है वैसे ही सक्सेसफुल होते हो। तो माय टेक ऑन AI is going to shape future of what we're doing today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
And I'll add to it, solutions are important. We've seen so many, as he just rightly mentioned, and in agriculture also we have seen multiple revolutions. But with AI, the workforce currently is doing, the software engineers who are working in the company, what they are doing, they are merely executors, right? जैसे अभी निमेश ने बोला SD2 क्या करेगा, वो कोड को रिव्यू करेगा, efficiency improve करेगा. Just executors who are doing things, AI के आने से जो repetitive task हैं, probably हम उनको automate कर और eliminate कर सकते हैं, and we can save time. But execution तो फिर भी होगा. Execution तो करने वाले लोग चाहिए वहाँ पर. Repetitive task को हम eliminate कर सकते हैं. That's the first thing we can do with AI. And most important thing, to rid of out of this phobia कि AI आके मेरा job खा जाएगा. AI to eat your job, you need to be patient enough to work with AI, because the person who is going to know कैसे करना effectively, probably that person will survive efficiently and will grow in the career. So my only, don't be afraid of AI, learn to use it. जैसे प्लेन होता है ना, आज सुबह ही मैं बात कर रहा था, शायद सर से ही बात कर रहा था, एरोप्लेन है, right? There is a pilot mode available in the aeroplane, but take off और landing के लिए we need a pilot. So we are the pilot and AI is going to be our co-pilot. So we have to this. That's my take.
Thank you, Gaurav.
गौरव ने सही बात बोली. पायलट की जरूरत है, लेकिन साथ में पायलट की जरूरत तो रहेगी ही हमेशा. ख्याल से आई हैव ए डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव ऑन दिस में. AI लाइक हम डरे AI की जो कंसेप्शन है कि जॉब खा जाएंगे. AI इज सम काइंड ऑफ कंप्यूटर सिस्टम जो सब चीज को ऑटोमेट कर रहा है. हम इनसे कैसे लड़ सकते हैं या उनसे कैसे फाइट कर सकते हैं? नो पॉइंट इन फाइटिंग एन एनिमी ऑन देयर स्ट्रेंथ. तो किसी भी कंप्यूटर सिस्टम का सबसे अच्छा स्ट्रेंथ क्या है? द स्पीड एंड एक्यूरेसी. दे कैन डू मिलियंस ऑफ कैलकुलेशन इन अ सेकंड. इट कीप ऑन गोइंग. But where the human has the strength. Human has the strength in the innovation, into the setting text, taking the inference of the complex data. So what we are trying to do, AI may change the job which are repetitive, jobs which are boring to you right now. आपको boring लग रहा है. Use the AI to automate that. But wherever the human knowledge or common context is coming, making the sense of the thing, so retain that, strengthen that part. टीम की एफिशिएंसी बनाने की बात कही. ये इस तरह की चीज, जैसे अब एक नए वर्ड सुनेंगे, ह्यूमन इन द लूप. So AI is not going to kill the job. AI is just going to the job. Job will be there. So the biggest misconception what people are having about the AI is going to kill the job. AI is going to take the job. I think that's not correct. The AI is not going to take away the job. AI to change the way the job is executed or is done. So my only point which I see, we have to coexist with the AI, and that's the right example he has given, is the thing that they are your pilot.
Thank you, sir. So adding to this, मैं गाँव से हूँ, तो वहाँ पे JCB चल रहा था बचपन में. फिर हमारे गांव के लोग JCB मशीन के ड्राइवर बन गए और रिपेयर करने लग गए. सेम विद द कंप्यूटर्स. सो कंप्यूटर्स का बहुत विरोध हुआ था में. सो कंप्यूटर्स ने जॉब ऑब्वियसली खाए गई, लेकिन जॉब चेंज हुआ ना. थिंग इज कि लोगों का जो लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड है वो भी रेज हुआ. भाई पहले हम बहुत सिंपल बैलगाड़ी काम कर रहे थे. अभी जब कंप्यूटर्स आ गया, JCB मशीन्स आ गई, तो हमारे लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं. अभी आपको गांव में जाओ, आपको काम करने वाले वर्कर्स नहीं मिलते हैं. तो बहुत सिंपल है कि ये जॉब शिफ्ट है, और अगर आप अपने आप को चेंज पाए तो जरूर खा जाएगा. टू हैव टू लर्न। अगर नहीं पा रहे हैं, समय के साथ नहीं चल रहे, तो ऑब्वियसली मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि कंप्यूटर साइंस एक ऐसी फील्ड है जो श्रापित है। हर 6 महीने में कुछ नया, हर 6 महीने में कुछ नया कर रहे हैं, हर 3 महीने में कुछ नया कर रहे हैं। सो यू लर्न, दैट्स द ओनली की बेसिकली। ओके,
Thank you. That's like we have now heard all the speakers. You would have to coexist with AI. You need to upskill yourself. You need to learn how to utilize these tools and this technology, particularly how you work in the industry today. Okay, my next set of questions would be around balance on skill equation, like what are the gaps, needs, and especially in the education sector and especially in Bhopal. So I will start again with you, Nimesh sir. Uh, as a founder of with over 2 decades in this Bhopal ecosystem, we were just discussing what are the key traits or skills which have been consistently valuable in talent, and what are the skills which are negotiable while you hire new people.
ओके सो बिफोर आंसरिंग दिस क्वेश्चन मैं अपना थोड़ा सा कुछ वर्ड्स है जिनको पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि when you say skill or trait, what I understood. So first is knowledge, skill, and traits. These are very different things. So जब आप पढ़ते हो, कॉलेज में आप गए और आपने कोई पढ़ाई करी तो आप कॉलेज जाते हैं। स्किल इज आप जब उस नॉलेज को बार बार अप्लाई करते हो कंसिस्टेंटली, को स्किल आता है। और ट्रेट एक ऐसी चीज है जो सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन से बिल्ड होती है। वो सीख सकते हैं आप, ऐसे सिर्फ रिफ्लेक्शन से सीखते हैं। ट्रेट के एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि जैसे सब में एम्पैथी चाहिए होती है। फॉर एग्जांपल अगर एक कस्टमर आप सीखने के लिए इंग्लिश हो सकता है, एक स्किल है जो आपको चाहिए, लेकिन एक एम्पैथी एक ऐसा ट्रेट है जो आपको सीख के नहीं आएगा, तो वो आपको रिफ्लेक्शन से बिल्ड होता है। तो अगर आपके पास आज एक कस्टमर का अगर और मान लीजिए उसके पास स्किल नहीं है, इंग्लिश नहीं है, लैंग्वेज का थोड़ा सा बैरियर है, लेकिन अगर उसके पास कोई कॉल आया तो आपको क्या लगता है कि जिसके पास होगी वो उसको हेल्प करेगा या नहीं करेगा? वो हेल्प करेगा, चाहे वो कितना भी गुस्सा होगा, वो कोशिश करेगा हेल्प करूं, वो कंपनी में फिगर आउट करेगा, उसको हेल्प करने की हेल्प हो जाएगी। लेकिन अगर किसी के पास इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी आती है, उसको पूरा प्रोडक्ट नॉलेज भी है, लेकिन कोई चिल्ला रहा है और वो ये नहीं समझ पा रहा है कि कस्टमर के साथ मुझे एम्पैथी रखनी है, तो इसका मतलब वो के लायक नहीं है। तो एम्पैथी आप सिखा नहीं सकते किसी को। कुछ चीजें होती हैं वो सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन से आती है, दैट इज ट्रेट। और एक चौथी चीज एबिलिटी, जैसे मछली को पेड़ पे चढ़ना कितना भी कोशिश कर ले, चढ़ना सीख नहीं पाएगी, राइट? तो पहले इनिशिएट करते हो अपने दिमाग में। सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट अप या ट्रेट्स, तो हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हम लोग भोपाल से थे। भोपाल में को अपॉर्चुनिटीज को दिखी नहीं जब मैं शुरू, तो आई थॉट ओके लेट्स क्रिएट सम अपॉर्चुनिटी। मैं और हेमराज हम लोग कैफे चलाते टाइम पे, ठीक है, साथ में। तो कंप्यूटर्स वहीं से सीखा, हमारे पास नेटवर्क वहीं से आया। पहली बार 12 सिस्टम्स हमारे पास थे, हमने वहीं सीखा। तो इस पूरे प्रोसेस में हमने स्किल बिल्ड करना शुरू कर दिया था। तो हमने क्या सीखा कि हम लोग पहले कंप्यूटर नेटवर्किंग था, फिर नेटवर्किंग से हार्डवेयर था, नेटवर्किंग था, फिर हमने सॉफ्टवेयर पूरा ट्रांजिशन, वेब आया, मोबाइल आया, फिर आज एआई आया है। हम लगातार सब देखते गए, लेकिन ऐसा क्या था हमें डिफरेंस जो हम उसको सीखते गए। तो हमें समझ आया कि कुछ हमारे ट्रेड जो हमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थे। और भोपाल में क्योंकि किसी को अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखती नहीं थी, हम इतने बड़े थे नहीं, सबको बड़े बड़े फैंग में काम करना था, ठीक है। सब वजह से लोग डिसीजन ले रहे थे लाइफ में, पैसा, पोजीशन और लोकेशन, इसके बेसिस पे लोग अपने करियर्स डिसाइड कर रहे थे। ऊपर से प्रेशर भी था लोगों पे, और सबको ये लगता था में कंपनी अगर बनाए क्या होगा। तो सब यहाँ पर लोग रह भी नहीं रहे थे, तो हमारे पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था एक्सेप्ट उनको ट्रेन करने का। तो हमने ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट करी। तो जब हमने ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट की तो पहले वेब सिखाया, फिर हमने सिखाया, फिर उसके बाद एआई आया तो वो सिखाना शुरू करा। फिर हमने कहा कब तक ये करते रहेंगे, मतलब कब तक खुद सीखेंगे और सिखाते रहेंगे। फिर हमने कहा कोई ऐसा तरीका है कि इनको ये सिखा दें कि सीखते कैसे हैं। सो दैट इज व्हेन रियलाइज्ड, हमने हमारे ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम बनाया जिसमें हमने ये फिगर आउट किया कि हर रोल के ट्रेड्स कौन से होते हैं। फिर हमने फिगर आउट किया कि उस रोल को करने के लिए स्किल्स कौन सी चाहिए होती हैं। स्किल्स हम दे सकते हैं, ट्रेड्स हम दे नहीं सकते। तो हमने हमारा स्किल बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम बनाया। सो वी फोकस ऑन बेसिकली 3 चीज़ों पे हमने फोकस किया। वन इज कंसिस्टेंसी, सेकेंड इज क्यूरोसिटी और तीसरा है कॉन्फिडेंस। तरह से कंसिस्टेंसी, कोई एक आप लगातार बार बार कंसिस्टेंटली आप करते जा रहे हो, ठीक है। हम लोग शायद आज 25 मोर देन 25 ईयर्स हो गए आज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करते हुए 25 साल हो गए। एक भी दिन ऐसा नहीं गया जहाँ पे मुझे ये नहीं लगा कि मैंने कल से बेहतर काम किया। तो वो जो कंसिस्टेंसी है दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। फर्स्ट कंसिस्टेंसी हेल्प्स यू बिल्ड स्किल्स। मतलब आप कुछ भी कर मटका बना रहे हो, आप साल का मटका बनाओ और आप एक दिन उसमें भी सक्सेसफुल हो जाओगे, राइट। देन क्यूरोसिटी, हम क्यूरोसिटी कई बार भूल जाते हैं। मतलब हमको लोग बोलते हैं कि रात नहीं काटने चाहिए, हम कभी नहीं पूछते वाई। हम बोलते हैं कि हाँ और ये जनरेशन टू जनरेशन होता जा रहा है। हमें पता ही नहीं है कि एक टाइम था जब रात को लाइट नहीं रहती थी तो हाथ में लग ना जाए इसलिए हम नाखून नहीं काटते थे। लेकिन फिर भी उसको कोई वाई नहीं पूछता किसी से, राइट। क्यूरोसिटी जा रही है। क्यूरोसिटी खत्म हो जाती है नॉलेज से। नॉलेज के साथ आती है। जितना आपको पता है, अगर मैं टेक टीम से पूछूंगा व्हाट इज डोमेन तो वो बोलेगी www.xyz.com। मैं प्रोडक्ट टीम से पूछूंगा डोमेन तो वो बोलेगी बाउंड्री। तो जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो वो एज्यूम कर रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, खुद अपना सुन रहे हैं। तो हम मार्केटिंग के बीच में सारे वर्ड्स के बीच में घिरे हुए हैं और हमें पता नहीं है कि हम कम्युनिकेशन कैसा कर रहे हैं। सो क्यूरोसिटी हमारी धीरे धीरे खत्म हो। वी स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग क्यूरोसिटी इनके बिल्ड करना चाहिए। एआई आया, रैग आया, हम रैग वर्ड पढ़ लेते हैं, उसको समझते हैं एआई रैग है क्या, कुछ है क्या, हमें पता ही नहीं है क्या है। लेकिन हम हमारे टीम में बिल्ड करते हैं, कोई भी नया वर्ड आएगा तो आपके माइंड मैप में कहाँ फिट होगा, राइट। सो दैट वाज क्यूरोसिटी एंड देन कॉन्फिडेंस। ऑल दिस मतलब क्यूरोसिटी डायरेक्शन, कंसिस्टेंसी, स्किल। लेकिन उसके बाद अब करने के लिए अगर कुछ बड़ा करना ही नहीं, क्या होगा, दैट इज कॉन्फिडेंस। तो कैन यू टेक सम बोल्ड स्टेप्स। अगर एआई आ रहा है तो हमारी कंपनी क्यों नहीं सबको रिप्लेस करती, हम क्यों रिप्लेस होने वाले हैं। इफ यू कांट थिंक ऑन दोज लाइन्स तो आप आगे बिल्ड नहीं कर सकते। सो मुझे लगता है कि ऑलवेज हायर पीपल ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्किल बेस्ड हायरिंग तो बंद ही कर दी, कई साल हो गए। हम रेट्स के बेसिस पे हायर, हमारा 6 महीने का ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम होता है और वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के बाद हमने देखा है कि अगर हम अपने आप को बेंच करते हैं कि हमारी एग्जिस्टिंग टीम है जिसने हमारे साथ 3 साल काम किया और हर साल जो 6 महीने इंटर्न्स आते हैं उन शुरू करते कि नहीं, और इससे हम बेंचमार्क इंप्रूव करते जाते हैं। तो दिस इज वेयर आई फील हम लोगों को ये बताते हैं कोई भी चीज़ सीखते कैसे हैं। अगर एआई आया तो आज एआई कर रहे हैं, कल को कुछ आएगा कुछ और बना लेंगे, सीख जाएंगे। लेकिन हम किसी को ये नहीं पढ़ाते, स्किल नहीं बिल्ड करते अब। सो वी ट्राई टू ट्राई टू ब्रिंग सेल्फ रियलाइज, उनके साथ में काम करते हैं बेसिकली फोकस ऑन कि उनको सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन बिल्ड हो और इन 3 चीज़ों को करें।
Thank you, Nimesh, for this master class, I would say. Can we have a huge round of applause? I think we have to host a separate 2-hour session for all our native folks. Okay, let's continue. So my next question is for Neeraj से है कि from the perspective of policy and infrastructure standpoint, how is the part global part for this shift in this industry and towards which are what to be bringing in the near future?
Let me answer about the questions. मैं ग्लोबल स्किल बता दे, आपको पता कि आप लोग 3rd ईयर 4th में है उसका कैरियर देख रहे हैं। मध्य प्रदेश सरकार एक बहुत ही योजना है, वेरी इंडिया का फर्स्ट मल्टी स्किल सिटी है। आपके भोपाल में स्थित निजामुद्दीन कॉलोनी में 36 एकड़ कैंपस एंड इट्स वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट इन दिस। Say because I come from the side of the world also, I'm not a typical bureaucrat saying right now, but I'm not a typical bureaucrat. So I'm just giving the government. This is not a typical government institute. The focus is to build the skills. बोले सरकार की काफी ही भूमिका है, गैप जो अभी है इसके बारे में हम लोग परेशान हैं, इसके बारे में आप लोग परेशान हैं, उतनी ही परेशान सरकार भी है, सोसाइटी भी। तो अभी जो ग्लोबल स्किल्स है अभी यहाँ पर दो तरह के कोर्सेज चल रहे हैं. वन वी टेक द स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम डिग्री एंड डिप्लोमा. 9 कोर्सेज चल रहे हैं अभी. आप लोग सब देखे होंगे भी हमारे यहाँ बच्चों का प्लेसमेंट हुआ अबाउट 9 लाख रुपीस पैकेज के साथ प्लेसमेंट हुआ. सेकंड बैच का एडमिशन चल रहा है. नॉट गो इन द डिटेल कैसे करते हैं. दैट गो टू वेबसाइट एंड सी. आई विल गो ऑन ट्राइंग टू डू समथिंग इन द दिस एरिया. So one set of courses which we are automation, and air conditioning, advanced precision, those kind of which we are. Second type of courses which Global Skills Park is planning to run are on the newest technology. जिस cyber security है, blockchain है, और इसलिए गवर्नमेंट ने 5 टाई अप किए हैं. RRU, राष्ट्रीय रक्षा यूनिवर्सिटी गुजरात, which is going to start the cyber security courses here. IIT Delhi, IIM Indore, IIT रोपर and NPTI. इसके अलावा तो इन सब के अलग अलग कोर्सेस आएंगे. IIT रोपर is coming with the drone related courses. IIT Delhi will start the courses on technology, motion graphics. Indore coming with their own courses, and this will be offering coming 2-3 months, 4 months time. 9 courses already, so it has the hostel facility. It is running. Other than that, the Skills Park is trying to partner with a lot of the private industries and inviting the people from private side to come, open the COE, come and discuss. Idea is that कि हम लोग भी समझना चाहते हैं सरकार की तरफ से और ग्लोबल स्पार्क से कि इंडस्ट्री की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है. सी द प्रॉब्लम होती स्किल के साथ. जब 2006 या 2007 में जब क्लाउड आया होगा या कोई भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, टेक्नोलॉजी कमर्शियली फिजिबल मार्केट करना स्टॉप करना शुरू किया, यू विल नॉट गेट द रेडीमेड पीपल ऑन दैट डे वन. सो लाइक टाइम the preparation of the people also require the lead time. So industry can say us कि अब अगले 3 साल में मुझे इस स्किल की इतनी रिक्वायरमेंट. It will help us to run the courses like this. And from this one, I will invite the industry and other people also to come meet and see how can they can do.
Thank you, Neeraj ji. My next question is for Himraj sir, for you. Like, how can a government institute such as yours can work together and effectively on upskilling workforce and not just training them once? Like, what is a continuous collaboration? Can we think of something on that?
सबसे आपको धन्यवाद दूंगा क्योंकि आपने गवर्नमेंट के साथ बिठा दिया हमको. गवर्नमेंट को बोलूंगा कि हमें ये सारी चीजें कोर्सेज में ऐड करनी है. लाइक स्टिल हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, अभी काफ़ी सारे RGPV के स्टूडेंट्स बैठे होंगे यहाँ पे, नॉन इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड के बच्चे बैठे होंगे. सो व्हाट इज या को लोग के बाद नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं ना, कहीं गवर्नमेंट को इसमें इन्वॉल्व होना पड़ेगा. हम आज से सिलेबस चला तो सब जरूरत नई चीज.
So
बात करूं कि मैं RGPV का सिलेबस चेंज करवा पाऊं, लेकिन मैं फेल हो गया. ये स्टूडेंट्स कैन डू दिस.
Let me add on that. Okay, just a year ago we did a similar CCD in market Samanvay Bhavan. So we invited the additional of technical education, and we started which are industry ready, and that conversation was going on. Then government changed, people changed. So we are still at zero. This is my point to you, Yogesh sir. Let's do a quick round table with the industry leaders and specific people from the government. Bring this on the table. At least the conversion should be started, and I do believe that we need to either or multiple programs to bridge this gap. So one of the initiative which government has taken is global skill. I believe that is enough. I have seen couple of programs different. I want to propose, but require help. Me. So I can at least tell them that we can take this route also.
ये जो जिन बच्चों ने तालियां बजाई मेरे को कुछ बोलना है.
Yes.
सी अभी जब इससे पहले एक्सपर्ट्स सेशन ले रहे थे, सो मैं कभी कभी एकदम ब्लंट बोलता हूँ, सो सॉरी, लेकिन जब ले रहे तो शायद 55 हमें समझ में नहीं बात कर रहे हैं. तो आप क्यों नहीं कोशिश कर रहे हो? आप मिनिस्टर के सामने तो हमारा सिलेबस चेंज करना है, ये चेंज चाहिए हमें. इफ यूनिवर्सिटी इज नॉट चेंजिंग, चेंज करवा सकते हो.
Thank you. Let's continue this discussion post this conversation also. Next question to you is, sir, sorry. How can I establish companies and the startup ecosystem all support each other? Create a more robust and tech. Like if we want to create tech ecosystem, we are taking an of multiple technologies under one umbrella. We have taken that initiative. So this is for everyone. We are starting a platform, Bhopal.dev, and we will bring all the technology providers under that umbrella. We will collaborate with local IT companies such as Technodux, IT, Appointee, and many others to create that ecosystem. But what additional thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a very good question, and initiative you guys have taken for CCD. Under CCD, I guess that's commendable. My perspective, see established IT company from MP start hands together. Already established IT companies, they have things, infrastructure, they have money to invest, and startups, they have good, they have niche problem solving skills with which they solve the problems. They can find business case to create a product which can make them unicorn. So they need to join hand together with already established IT company can invest in startups, support them to move forward with their infrastructure, money and guidance, clientele, friends. At the same time, guys, startups take more, they can take required risk to move forward. I guess this association can definitely help to make Bhopal or MP a different place altogether. Then we can have more in. At the same time, the academics, which we were just talking about, they also need to play a slight crucial role, because academic institutions को भी evolve पड़ेगा अपने आप को. They need to be more on the practical side of the world rather than conceptual side, क्योंकि हमारे में बहुत theoretical knowledge बहुत हो जाता है exposure का. We need to make the general practical exposure step firm help to startups, and startups need process. Means we need to work against each other. We need to work together. I feel.
So I believe we have already taken the first step. Two of my sponsors I need more. I will be definitely looking forward with working with Nimesh sir, using their office space for events and even global skill park. Like in the day where you would have relaxed yourself, you are giving us time and you are making this culture more vibrant. Uh, I would like to conclude by asking last couple of uh, so Nimesh sir, this, looking at 5 years is the short of the bold prediction you make for this Bhopal ecosystem. Like would have to lead this, but we can make some action also. So where you want in this tech space.
सो अगर हम स्टूडेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से बोले तो एआई एक्चुअली में सही आप लोगों के लिए सही टाइम पे आया है बिकॉज इसलिए वो सही टाइम पे आया है क्योंकि जितने भी जॉब रोल्स थे वो सब शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं जब शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं तो आपके पास एडवांटेज है किसी के पास वो एडवांटेज मतलब आज जो 10 साल जो ऑलरेडी कर रहा है और जो आपके पास है आप दुनिया नहीं है वो दुनिया में जीना है तो वो अलग अलग माइंडसेट से ऑपरेट तो माइंडसेट से ऑपरेट कर रहे हो क्या साल फर्स्ट आई एम सेइंग है कि मतलब एआई एनालिटिक्स वो ले सकता है सिंग इट इज एंड क्रिएट एआई लेने वाला है जो ह्यूमंस के लिए पड़ेगा वो होगा जजमेंट्स हमें जजमेंट लेने पड़ेंगे सही जजमेंट्स लेने पड़ेंगे राइट क्रिएटिविटी हमारे पास हमारी रहेगी राइट सो दोस विल स्टिल बी विथ ह्यूमंस तो हम काम कर रहे होंगे मतलब हम गड्ढा नहीं खोद रहे होंगे अगले कुछ साल एंड मोस्ट